Hey guys, I want to talk about place value relationships so that we can answer questions like what is 10 times as much as 600? So, let's first review um, the place value relationships that exist. Number one, each place value position is 10 times greater or 10 times bigger than the place value position to its right. So, for instance, if I zero in on the thousands place right here, the thousands place is 10 times larger than the hundreds place. And that makes sense, right? If you have $1,000, you got a lot more money than someone who has only $100. And then the other part of this relationship is each place value position is 1/10 of, or 10 times smaller than the place value position to its left. So the thousands place is 1/10 of, or 10 times less than the 10,000s place. And that makes sense too, right? Because we know 1,000 is less than 10,000. And this relationship holds for every single place value position on the place value chart. The 10 millions place, for instance, is 10 times greater than the place to its right, the millions. And the 10 millions place is also 1/10 of, or 10 times smaller than the 100 millions. So it doesn't matter where you start on the place value chart. All you have to do is remember that wherever you start, that place value position is 10 times bigger than the one to its right, but it's 1/10 of the place to its left. So let's take a look at this question here where it says, what is 10 times as much as 600? Well, the very first thing I want to do here is I want to write this number 600 in my very first top place value chart, which means I'm going to put a 6 in the hundreds place, a 0 in the tens place, and a 0 in the ones place. And if I want to find out what number is 10 times as much as 600, or 10 times bigger than 600, all I got to do is move each digit in 600 one place to the left. That means the 6 in the hundreds place moves one place to the left into the thousands place. And notice I'm writing that in my new place value chart below the top place value chart. So the 6 goes into the thousands place. The 0 in the tens place moves up or over to the left one place into the hundreds place. And the 0 in the ones place moves over one place to the left into the tens place. What about the ones place? Well, since there's nothing there, we're going to add a placeholder. We're going to add another 0 there, and there you have it. What is 10 times as much as 600? 6,000. So you see, it's actually pretty simple. All you gotta do is you move each digit in your number one place forward to the left. And you add a 0 if you need to as a placeholder. And it's pretty simple to figure out what 10 times as much as 600 or any number is. But what if we change our question here just a little bit? What if instead of finding a number that's 10 times as much as a number, we want to find a number that's 1/10 of a number? Or we want to find a number that's 10 times less than a number. So for instance, what is 1/10 of 40? All right, so what is 1/10 of 40? Well, we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to write the number we're given, 40 in this case, in the first or top place value chart. And instead of moving each digit in 40 one place to the left, remember we're looking for a number that's going to be smaller than 40 because we're finding what is 1/10 of 40 or what is 10 times less than 40. We're actually going to move each digit one place to the right, or one place backwards, if you will. So the 4 in the tens place up top is going to go back to the right one place, and that 4 is going to be in the ones place. And that 0 is going to move back one place. And actually, on this place value chart, you don't see it, but this 0 is actually going to go all the way into the tens place. But that 0 isn't going to have any values. So our answer is actually 4. So what is 1/10 of 40? The answer, my friends, is 4. So what if I try another question here? This one's going to be a little bit different. So let's start out with a number here. Let's say we have 700. I like 700. So let's say 700 is 1/10 of blank. It's a mystery, and we need to solve that mystery by figuring out what number 700 is 1/10 of. Okay, so we can solve this problem much like we did the last two by first writing the number we're given, 700, in the place value chart above. And we automatically notice that that 7 is in the hundreds place. Well, let's take a close look at the hundreds place and figure out what place the hundreds place is 1/10 of. Well, remember, at the very beginning of the video, I reminded you guys that the hundreds place, or any place value position, is 10 times greater than the place value position. I'm trying here, guys. Sorry about that. Running out of room. Whoops-a-daisy. That each place value position is 10 times greater than the place to its right. So the hundreds place is 10 times greater than the tens place. And remember also that each place value position, including the hundreds place, is 1/10 of the place to its left. So a 7 in the hundreds place has to be 1/10 of a 7 in the thousands place. So the answer to this question, 700 is 1/10 of, is 7,000. So that wasn't too bad. Whenever you have a problem like this, you just need to take a close look at the number they give you and examine what place value position is the greatest place value position represented in the number. In this case, 700. The 7 is in the hundreds place, and that's the greatest place value position represented. And then we just need to find, okay, well, what's 1/10, or what is the hundreds place 1/10 of? And the hundreds place is 1/10 of the thousands place. And so 700 is 1/10 of 7,000. So I wish you all luck working on your problems this afternoon. And remember to use your place value charts, and remember also to use the place value relationships we've been talking about.